Hello and welcome to a brand new preview episode for Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
All right, guys, we are back. This is a preview for episode 285, All Day and a Night. This is the 2020 American crime drama film written and directed by Joe Robert Cole. Stars Jeffrey Wright, Ashton Sanders, and Yahya Abdul-Mateen the second. Basically, it is about an aspiring rapper who ends up in prison. Like his dad ends up in prison, and he's kind of raised in this kind of not so great world. Then he ends up doing some shit that he probably shouldn't do, and he also ends up in prison. And right before he goes in, his girlfriend lets him know that she was pregnant, and so it's sort of a generational kind of conversation of like trying not to repeat sins of the father type of thing. It looks very good. So this is on Netflix, so you can check this out. It came out again 2020. So I mean, all three of the major players in this movie are pretty great actors. So I am looking forward to it. The movie that the random topic this week is celebrities, black celebrities talking about their favorite movies of all time. Not just black movies, by the way, but just their favorite movies of all time. So this is kind of interesting. It's a selection of black actors, directors, and artists talking about their sort of I would assume stuff from their youth and what have you. So it'll be interesting. We'll talk about the movies that they like, give our thoughts on it. So, Micah, take it away.
Yeah, this article is courtesy of The Root. Shout out to The Root and Chanel Janae for the article. It starts with Ryan Coogler, everybody's new favorite director. He was recently on an episode of Closet Picks for the Criterion Collection, and he listed his favorite films as Seven Samurai, Thief, Late Spring, Malcolm X, and Love Jones. This is an incredibly eclectic group of films.
Yeah.
The only one I'm not familiar with is Late Spring. Have you?
So it's by a Japanese director, because I actually watched, because I think I sent this to you actually, that clip. I've not seen Thief. I've not seen Late Spring. So Late Spring is by a Japanese director. I started after I watched this. I actually created a list of like movies that sort of classic movies or things I haven't seen that people that I trust with films have recommended. And I actually put Thief and Late Spring on there. The Thief is by Michael Mann. Apparently that's very, very good as well, according to Coogler. Look, the guy knows movies. And if you've never watched him talk about film, it's actually it's a treat. Because like, he's not just like, yeah, I like this movie. Like he can break down everything about the history of those directors and stuff. It's awesome to listen to him talk about film. It really is.
It's really interesting to listen to anybody talk about anything that they are knowledgeable and passionate about, right? I don't know music, but I'll listen to like Anthony Fantano talk about music because he makes it interesting, right? I don't know. Look, I like movies, but I am not a film student, right? I don't
exactly. Yeah.
I just really enjoy them. So I can listen to Ryan Coogler talk about film, the medium and the actual like physical film all day. He did a little special thing with Kodak where he broke down the different types of like film, like the stuff that you actually shoot movies on. And it was like a half an hour or something like that. And I watched the whole thing because he is so into it that it makes you want to get into it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't seem like the type of person that is like, he seems like he might be kind of standoffish in public, but like once you get him going on something, he's just like, well, but like, look at this. And then this.
No, he's got a real nerd. He's got a real nerd quality when it comes to actually.
Yeah, he's a big dork. He's a movie dork, right? And I love it. Look, this is
great list.
This is a great list, and it 100% makes sense for Ryan Coogler from what little I know of him, right? You can see um, throughout his filmography the stuff that these movies kind of deal with, right? Like Love Jones we did Love Jones, didn't we?
Yes,
I think we reviewed Love Jones. And Love Jones is like one of the classic, like contemporary black love stories.
I mean, it's one of the best by far.
Yeah. Malcolm X is Malcolm X, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about it. Michael Mann is an incredible director.
Yes.
Like it's Kurosawa is. I mean, everybody rips off Kurosawa, right?
Right.
Like,
It's just like the GOAT. It's like, hey, I'm gonna make a samurai film. Really? Gee, what style will it be in? Hey, I'm gonna make a samurai video game. Really? What style is it gonna be in? God damn.
Right. Hey, if you're Quentin Tarantino, hey, I'm just gonna make a movie. Oh, okay. Where are you pulling your inspiration from? Right? Like Kurosawa, right?
Who the fuck else am I gonna pull it from? Right.
So yeah, this is an incredibly interesting list. Not surprising. This is an incredibly interesting person. Yeah. One of my favorite singers is Janelle Monáe, and during her episode of Closet Picks, she said that her favorite films were specifically horror related. The Blob.
I've never seen.
I've never seen The Blob. No. Eraserhead. 1984, Brazil, and Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, man. Now look, that is not a list I would assume of Janelle Monáe at all. That's super interesting. That's super
it is and it isn't, right? Because like she's another one who is very much a very artsy, nerdy person, right? Like she's been through her phases, right? Where, early in her career she was the ARC android, right? And she's kind of transitioned into this woman who is like in control of herself and her body and her sexuality and stuff like that.
Yeah, she is.
And yeah. Wow. And so, yeah, I can see it, but it's not the thing that I would think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, she's very much an art kid. So it like Brazil and Eraserhead being there, that definitely makes sense. Look, I've been wanting to do Night of the Living Dead.
I was about to say, like, if we were to do a movie that is not like a traditional like black movie and how we loosely define it, Night of the Living Dead would be it. Because Night of the Living Dead, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it because it's there. And I don't know if George A. Romero like meant to have these black like how do you say themes or but there's a black character in it that you immediately it's the black experience. Ben is the black experience in this country.
No, I mean, like from my if I recall, like interviews with him, no, he kind of meant it. Like it wasn't happenstance. He kind of did that on purpose, which makes the film that much more interesting, right? And it's you should see it, right? And it is a non-traditional. It would be very much a non-traditional movie for us, and maybe we save that for Halloween because it is. I mean, they didn't have black heroes in horror movies. They barely have that now. Like they just
right. They don't have black people in horror movies, right? Like this whole trope of like, oh, the black guy dies first is like, ain't no black people in horror movies, yo. Like
not first. When are we in it?
Right. If we are in it, we die usually, right? But 99.9% of the time we die, but very rarely is it first.
Right.
So, and yeah, watch Night of the Living Dead. Matter of fact, that's a really good idea. We should do that in October if we remember.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah. If I recall, Romero wasn't unintentionally making that. Like it actually was kind of on purpose. That was not like the main purpose, but like the choices he made were like, yeah, no, obviously. Like what the fuck. Ayo Edeberry from The Bear. Her list is High and Low, which we'll get into. Charade, Bottle Rocket, Thief again, interesting. The Funeral, To Sleep with Anger, and Iyomofe, which is subtitled This Is My Desire, I guess is the translation. I've not seen any of these movies. So I know High and Low that's a Kurosawa movie that the new Spike Lee Denzel Washington movies, right? Yeah. So I do want to actually watch that ahead of that the Spike Lee movie coming out, but I honestly don't know. I've not seen any of these lists on her list. So that's again that I will add these to things that I want to watch. Again,
Thief on there again. You know what I mean? Like, all right.
Have you seen Thief before?
No, I haven't. So. And I haven't seen Bottle Rocket, which is weird. I thought I've seen most Wes Anderson films, but I have not seen Bottle Rocket.
Oh, this is a super early. Yeah, this is a super early film.
This is his first feature.
Yeah, but she, you know what? She's also she strikes me as an art kid in a lot of ways. So I shouldn't be surprised by this one either, to be honest. But no, I'm
not surprised. I'm not surprised. She's very much. I remember her episode of Saturday Night Live. Look, I know you guys don't like Saturday Night Live, but you got to watch her episode. Her episode is fantastic, and because she came in there to play, right? Like she gets what old school, not hyper snarky political Saturday Night Live is. It's just she's being super goofy in that episode. It's really, really well done.
Excellent. No, I like her a lot. I think her career is it's fucking taking off, to say the least. I was trying to see where she went to school. Yeah, I mean, she went to NYU, which makes sense. She has her major in dramatic writing. Oh, she was in Upright Citizens Brigade. Okay.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
that makes total sense. She was an intern there. So okay, that makes sense. But yeah, no, that's a good list. That's a good list of things. A lot of stuff I've never heard. Cynthia Erivo, her list is The Devil Wears Prada, Miss Harris Goes to Paris, Chocolat, and Eve's Bayou. I've never seen Miss Harris Goes to Paris, but I've seen all the others. There's a good list. That's a good list. What of those have you seen or not seen?
I've not seen Miss Harris Goes to Paris. I've seen Chocolat, but it wasn't.
Now she doesn't say which version, right? Because that movie's been made like a million times. So who knows? Hopefully it's not the one with like, is that Johnny Depp?
That's the one I saw, and it's not. It wasn't. It wasn't for me. I've not seen The Devil Wears Prada either. I hear that's a pretty great movie.
That's pretty good. I mean, it's fucking Meryl Streep, dude. Like she's, as the quote goes from Modern Family, if Meryl Streep wanted to play Batman, she would be perfect for the role. Like she's just really good at everything. Like she just does. Meryl Streep is the white Viola Davis. Like she just does.
There you go.
I mean, you put either one of them in a movie, I'm like, what is it about? Who gives a shit? I'll watch it. They're both incredibly talented. Yeah, Chocolat is I saw, looking at this list of when I saw the 1988 film, I think that's the one I saw. And Eve's Bayou we've done on the show, which is excellent. That's an excellent movie. Yeah, this is a good list. This is a very good list. Nothing like too crazy, but I mean, Eve's Bayou is kind of a fucked up movie in the end, but it's a good movie. I really enjoyed that episode. John David Washington
is.
Here's a very modern list for the modern.
Yeah. Which I'm a little surprised.
Household.
given his lineage, but his favorite films from the Criterion Closet are Menace to Society, which, nigga.
I mean, it is.
Faces, Rumble in the Bronx.
You fucking dork.
Weeb, Malcolm X, and Ghost Dog, Way of the Samurai.
People really like that movie, yo. We did that movie on the show. I don't like that movie.
I don't really care for that movie, but you know what? That movie came out at a time, and if I had seen that movie, when it came out,
I thought you were Ghost Dog.
Be there. Right? Exactly. Like it came out at the turn of the millennium.
Yo, this is 1999, Micah. Oh, dude, you would have loved this. This is all you. This is all you.
I'd have been walking around with a sword and a hoodie, calling myself, it wouldn't be Ghost Dog because, like, fuck dogs. But I don't know, man. But yeah, if I had seen this when it came out, I'd be all about it.
This is it's like so funny because timing in movies matters a lot, right? Like there's a lot of times where people in the comments are like, no, this movie, like you guys are wrong. This movie is a classic or whatever. And it's not even that you're wrong. Like you're not. But it does matter when you see a movie, right? Because it imprints on you in your youth or at a certain time. And you literally just see the movie differently than other people. And there's no right or wrong to that, right? Like it's not bad that you saw it early. It's not bad that someone else saw it late. But like, when I saw Ghost Dog, I was like mid-30s, right? At that point. Like, again, if I had seen Ghost Dog in 1999, I would have been my first year of college. I'd have loved it. Like, I would have. I'd be like, yo, this dude thinks he's a fucking urban samurai. I'm an urban samurai. Nigga, no, you're not, right? Like, I always thought it was cool, right? I didn't say for Micah. So, I get it. I'm not even mad. I mean, I don't think I'm a big Jim Jarmusch fan, to be honest. Like, I just don't think I am. But I think also I didn't watch a lot of his films when I was younger, right? And and that's not like a maturity thing. Like, I think his movies are immature. I just don't think that it just appeals to me. Now, that could easily be proven wrong. I just, Ghost Dog was not for me. It wasn't.
Yeah,
but it's not that it's a bad movie or anything. It's just,
I saw it 20 years too late.
Yeah.
Also, Rumble in the Bronx getting some love. Like,
John David Washington's a bit of a nigga. He is, yo. I love him for that. But like, this list is wild. Like, he's
got to be our age, right? Because like, this seems
definitely.
This seems like a 45-year-old man's list of favorite movies.
All right, let's see. John David Washington is how old? He's born 1984. He's just a little bit younger than us. He's
all right. So he's a little younger than Terrence. Yeah. That makes sense. That this list makes sense, right? But you better put Malcolm X in there, right?
Oh yeah, your dad fucked you up for that. Like, get out of here. But in fairness to him, it is a great movie. Like it is. Like it is. Like, yeah, my dad's in it, but like, it is. Your dad channeled Malcolm X in a way that will never be repeated again. Like, just period. I mean, that's a movie you literally watch that movie, and as good as Denzel Washington is, and as accurate as a criticism of him is, like he's kind of himself in every movie. That's the one movie he disappears into that role. He completely disappears into the role. You're like, oh, this is just how Malcolm X talks, and then you see clips, and you're like, oh, actually, they did talk alike. Like, it's weird. But yeah, it's the one role where I totally forget. Like, it feels like you're watching a documentary in a lot of ways.
Lashana Lynch has, probably. I've seen everything on her list. Yeah, and I love everything on her list. And it's this probably the blackest. This probably the straight up blackest like list in terms of like black movies. Yeah, Waiting to Exhale, The Woman King, Love and Basketball.
I like she picked her movies she was in.
and Moonlight. Look, all these movies are great for different reasons. I think my favorite, I think the most well done of them is Moonlight, but I think the one that I would probably watch the most is probably Love and Basketball.
We haven't done that movie yet.
We haven't done that. We did. We must have done the other one then.
We did Brown Sugar.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the same movie.
Yeah, it's the same movie. Just replace music with basketball, and that's it. Which is fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Volcano and Dante's Peak came out at the same time.
Yeah, Armageddon and Deep Impact.
Deep Impact, right? Like
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. This is a solid list. This is a solid list.
Look, I think Waiting to Exhale is one of those films that is just it's peak of its time, right? Like black women needed to get that fucking message out, and they got it out in fucking spades in that movie. Like they did, and it is great. It's got so many memorable moments in it. I swore off leather vest with no shirt after that movie. I was like, I'm not gonna wear it anymore. The Woman King was just dope as fuck. Like it just was. Like black women were just kicking ass in that movie. They all looked great. Lashana Lynch looked especially great. Love and Basketball is a classic, right? Like it just is. And Moonlight was fucking amazing, and just an amazing movie. I'm mad that Barry Jenkins hasn't really done much since then, except for like a Mufasa movie. That like I want to see him dig into some other shit because that guy's got a real talent. So yeah,
apparently that Mufasa movie was better than people thought it would be.
I mean, I'm not surprised it's good. I just don't care. Like that's my, you know what I mean? It's like I just kind of don't give a shit. I'll watch it at some point when my daughter's like, I guess I'll watch that after I've watched this other Disney movie 47 times. So yeah, it's a solid list, and they're all black filmmakers, so I like it. All right, next up, Zoe
Kravitz. Who made her directorial debut with Blink Twice, which is an excellent movie. Yeah, is that a black movie? Is that a black movie?
No. I mean, I enjoy it, but unfortunately it's not a black movie.
Yeah, I just want to talk about that movie because like that movie was really good, and like I want people to watch it again.
If ever there was a show, Women on Women Cinema, that should be the first.
Yeah, yeah, that should be that one. Yeah. Paris is Burning, The Vanishing, A Woman Under the Influence, The Killing, Moonstruck, Thelma and Louise, and Midnight Cowboy. Now, I've seen Moonstruck a very long time ago.
Million years ago.
Yeah, because it has Academy Award-winning actor Nicolas Cage in it.
That is correct.
And Thelma and Louise, I've seen.
Yes. I've not seen The Killing. That's a Stanley Kubrick film. It's a film noir, so that feels like something I would enjoy, honestly. I've seen Thelma and Louise, Midnight Cowboy. Trying to remember if I've actually seen it. I've seen fucking so many goddamn movies. No, I've not seen this. So yeah, I mean, I don't know A Woman Under the Influence. Like this is a good list of movies that like maybe you have not heard of or seen, and so that's probably good to add to your list. A Woman Under the Influence is a 1974 American drama film written and directed by John Cervantes and starring his wife, Gina Rollins. Rollins plays a housewife whose unusual behavior leads to conflict with her blue-collar husband, Peter Falk, and her family. Okay. Yeah,
so these movies kind of make sense to me. You know, Zoe Kravitz, I hate labeling people, but like I believe that Zoe Kravitz is like a feminist, right? Like, and not like, I don't say that in a way that's like
derisive,
derogatory, right? Like,
feminazi,
like no, like she's a feminist.
She believes in an egalitarian society. What an asshole.
And feminists tend to be very open-minded, right? Like Midnight Cowboy is like a queer movie. Paris is Burning is a queer movie. Thelma and Louise is a feminist movie. I'm presuming A Woman Under the Influence is a feminist movie. Like
I would say so.
This seems to make sense for who this is.
Yeah, and if you're a budding director, the things that you're influenced by are going to be your top films. So
Right,
I mean,
exactly. Because like, look at Blink Twice. Blink Twice was an incredibly good like feminist narrative,
yeah,
and
I will always categorize. Yeah, I do kind of want to review that movie in depth.
that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, we got to figure out a way. I mean, she's black, so like that might be enough.
Director's black, main character's black. I don't know, man. I want to talk about that movie. I want to talk about that movie.
All right, in the comments, if you've seen Blink Twice, that came out a year ago, 2 years ago. Let us know if you think that qualifies to do on the show, and we'll talk about doing it. Because if enough people want us to do it, I think that is a movie to get into. Like that's a really good movie to get into. Because Terrence has also seen it, and all three of us were talking offline like, this is pretty good. Like I like it, and I feel like if Tiara hasn't seen it, I feel like she would enjoy it. Like
I would love to get her reaction. I would love to get her reaction to that movie.
Yeah, so Blink Twice. Let us know in the comments. You can leave comments on Spotify or on our YouTube channel or wherever. I would love to hear from people about that. Yeah, that's it. That it's like the Get Out. It's what Get Out was for black people. Blink Twice is for women. Now, I'm not saying they're to the same quality or whatever, but narratively, like they're pushing at the same. They're pushing
thematically. Yeah, they're doing the same thing, which is good. Questlove, one of the few people from Philadelphia that I actually respect.
Fair enough.
His favorite films are the Beastie Boys anthology, Black Orpheus, The Complete Monterey Pop Festival, Do the Right Thing, Gimme Shelter, and Bamboozled.
Oh, Bamboozled.
People don't talk about Bamboozled when they talk about Spike Lee movies, man. And, Bamboozled is Spike Lee at his most like indignant, like fuck you, like I don't give a fuck.
The system type of shit. Yeah.
Right. Like this is like that radical Spike Lee that white people are afraid of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, another movie that I really, really like.
I really enjoyed that film, and that's an interesting episode to go back and listen to, because if I recall, like Terrence was like he hadn't seen the movie in a long time, but he was like he did not care for the ending of it, like when he saw it the first time, and it was like I don't know, like a decade before or something like that, or however many years it came out before we did it, and then going back and us talking through it, he was like, this is actually a really good movie. Because like when you really sit down, especially as you're older, again, timing when you see a movie really matters. Like you catch themes and you understand sort of thematically and narratively what certain things mean and how they are meant to be presented versus how they're presented, right? If that makes sense. Like this thing is being pushed to your face, and if you read it at face value, that's a very different thing than I'm trying to send a message via this, right? Like so I might be showing you. It may appear that this is being seen as a positive, but what I'm trying to tell you is like, don't do this thing, right? Like, and I think Bamboozled has a lot of that. Yeah, that's a very underrated Spike Lee movie, in my opinion. Yeah. Very much so. I mean, this is all pretty heavily music oriented, which that makes sense.
It makes sense. Beastie Boys anthology, the Monterey Pop Festival, and Gimme Shelter. Those are all music. All music-based films, documentaries and narrative. It would make sense that the musician is into movies about music.
And then he did that documentary that he won an Oscar for.
That was overshadowed because one of his dumb Philadelphian compatriots decided that he wanted to make an ass of himself.
Yeah, that was Yeah, you really kind of fuck Questlove on that, because like I think he won the award right then, and then the thing happened immediately after. It's like, thanks, man, thanks, cool. It was the biggest night of my life. Appreciate it. God damn it! And now Will Smith is making terrible music. Terrible.
Will, something's wrong with that guy, man. Like he's going through it. He's going through his midlife crisis, man. Like
not a good look.
Weird. It's weird how people's midlife crises like manifest, right? Your midlife crisis manifests in I got to get in tremendous shape because I don't want to die. Yeah, right. my midlife crisis is I gotta stay alive because I don't want to die. I don't need to get in tremendous shape. It's too late for all that. I just for
like
me because I'm lazy. I just don't want to die. And Will Smith's midlife crisis is I like pretty girls, yeah, I like pretty girls, and I'm rapping about
okay.
stuff that doesn't like.
Like, nigga, what are you doing right now?
You're 55, yo. You're 55.
You were never really a rapper, yo. Like, if we're being honest, like,
I mean,
you had Summertime. That's your long-standing hit. Every black person, I don't care what generation you're in, you love that song. I love that song still to this day. And look, if you're listening to this and you're my age, your parents and your grandparents love that song too. Shut the fuck up. Knock it off. Don't lie. Right? But like, he was never like, his music was just sort of an avenue at like an early point. It's like, oh, parents just don't understand it and stuff like that. But he never got like super big because of music. He got on the scene, and then he did Fresh Prince and stuff like that. And then people were like, oh, I love this guy. Like, this guy is awesome. He's funny, everything else. You can do action movies now, all that shit. No worries. Yeah. I don't know what's going on now. Like, knock this off. Whatever this is, knock it off.
He's trying to go back to, like, they say I'm soft. Yeah, more like Microsoft.
That's one of the worst bars I've ever heard in my entire life.
What are we doing, yo? What are we doing?
That's like, something I would say, because I'm not a fucking talented musician at all. And I would say it as a joke because that sounds awful. Like, that's a really bad line. Yeah, you shouldn't have laid that on wax or whatever it is people do now. That is just terrible. Like, but that video, Pretty Girls or whatever the fuck, I can't listen to. It popped up on Instagram or something when I was scrolling through. I had to turn it off after like 30 seconds because I was getting secondhand embarrassment for a multimillionaire. I was like, ugh, no, I feel sorry for you. Like, it was bad. It's so bad.
Also, with the shit that just happened with Shannon Sharp, maybe it's not cool for a 55-year-old black man talking about he like pretty girls, like it just, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I guess at this point, who's the worst musician in his family? Is it him or his wife? Because she does heavy metal, and that's terrible, by the way. Her metal is fucking terrible.
I've never heard her music, so I'm gonna plead ignorance.
Hold on,
I don't roll in those circles.
Hold on. Yo, it's really bad. It's really bad. Like, it's one of those things where you go, "What? Why are you doing this? Like, you're rich. You don't have to do this. Like, it's horrible. Like, it's just really, really bad." Yeah. God, I'll find out.
While you do that, Lee Daniels is up next, and Lee Daniels is like the Pepsi to Tyler Perry's Coke, right? Like they do very like similar movies. Some of his movies I don't like. Some of his movies I like. Some of them I don't like, and some of them I just watch because, like, Let me eat your nasty, your nappy pussy. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? But his when he was on the Criterion Closet, the movies he selected were Spartacus, The Piano, Do the Right Thing, Claudine, Female Trouble, Quirrell, Picking on South Street, Pick Up on South Street, 8.5. And Essential Fellini. I've only seen 2 of those. The 2 movies that we did on Black Cinema, Do the Right Thing and Claudine. I mean, look, Do the Right Thing, like, everybody's seen Do the Right Thing, right?
It's a classic.
But Claudine is very, very interesting. Because Claudine wasn't on my radar until you brought it up as a show as a movie that we should do for the show. And I was pleasantly surprised by this movie. And the brilliant and like very sad thing about that movie is that it is 100% relatable to today. And that movie came out in 1974, and it's still the same issues that are in that movie translate now.
Yeah. Well, the system that was created and the systems that were broken because of what the federal government was doing, yeah, that shit just still exists, and people are still dealing with the ramifications of that from the 70s. Yeah, the name of her band, by the way, is Jada Pinkett's band was Wicked Wisdom.
Is it spelled like it's? Is it?
Yeah,
is
it's
it spelled like,
normally. There's not two X's or anything stupid like that in it. Yeah, she's got a song called "Bleed All Over Me." Just feels weird.
Ew.
Heavy metal. Yeah, no, she had a like a fake name. She had like a pen name.
Yeah, like
yeah, a nom de plume, if you will.
Yeah, like Childish Gambino.
Right. So she goes by Jada Corin when she's doing her whole metal thing. So yeah, that's cool. It's good.
All right, I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm not gonna listen to it on the show. I did that. I did that when we recently did Dense Pixels. Terrence was talking about a Lil Wayne song. That
no, I heard I heard about your conversation.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
As I told Brad when I talked to him, I said I don't generally listen to Lil Wayne, not his newer music, because I don't like listening to people with CTE. I don't really want to hear your CTE music. That's fine. But yeah, all right, Lee Daniels. I mean, it's a
very eclectic mix, which again is to be expected from a director. You know, you're a director. You have to see a ton of different types of movies if you want to be able to like effectively create art. Right? You need to be inspired, and you can't just look at one thing and then just try to, ape it. Like this is why people need to travel if you can, right? Or if you can't, like, be curious and look at other cultures, look at other countries, see what Black people do in other countries, right? Like, because it's different, but it's the same, right? And then just kind of branch out and be a little more well-rounded.
Yeah.
I think that would help out literally everyone.
And by the way, I'm not asking this to like be a dick. Is Lee Daniels gay? I don't know if he is.
I think he is. I think he is an out and proud gay person. Yes.
Okay. No, the only reason I ask is I'm looking at the list and then I realized I was like, where do I know Female Trouble from? That's a John Waters film. And that's starring Divine, right? So like, look, we're from Baltimore. So if you don't know John Waters is a fucking institution in Baltimore, right? And obviously, if you've ever seen John Waters or watched a John Waters movie, John Waters is as gay as Elton John is. Okay,
I mean, he's flamboyantly gay,
right? Like maybe gayer than Elton John, and Elton John is Elton John, right? Who's the king of British gays? I think that's his official title. At least it should be. So, like, for one of his favorite movies to be Female Trouble, that's kind of interesting, right? Like, because I don't think of Lee Daniels' films as being necessarily coded as queer oriented, which is interesting, right? Which he doesn't have to be, right? Like, you don't have to like put yourself in that box. I'm not saying that, but just looking at this list, it's interesting how many of those things are obviously very very straightforward. Sort of gay experiences, but also, I mean, Do the Right Thing and Claudine are very straightforward Black experiences. So again, when people like put gay people in one box and then Black people in a different box, it's like, but there are people who live in both of those boxes.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, right? Gay is not a national. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that about him, but like in reading this, I'm like, it feels like that's probably true. So yeah. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen either, so that's good.
Gina Prince-Bythewood You would know her from her directorial films such as Love and Basketball, Secret Life of Bees, Beyond the Lights, The Woman King, The Old Guard, a bunch of movies that that you're like, hey, I like that, but like you don't know anything about like who directed it. She directed it. She listed a handful of her favorites. Devil in a Blue Dress.
We have to do that on the show. We have to do that. Have you ever seen that movie?
No, I haven't seen it.
There's one scene in that movie that you will not forget, I assure you. And anyone who's ever seen that movie already is laughing because they already know. That's cool. That's a fucking dope movie, man. That's a super dope movie, and it's a neo-noir movie starring Denzel.
Oh well, I'm looking at the poster. Yep. All right. I see a devil in a blue dress.
Yeah. There's a great scene in that movie.
Yeah, that movie's gonna make me mad. I feel it. That movie's gonna make me mad.
Well, there's a scene that won't make you mad. But
excellent.
It's very, very good. Yeah, that's a good choice. Claudine again is on the list.
A Dry White Season, In the Mood for Love, Broadcast News, Fish Tank, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and An Actor's Revenge.
Broadcast News. I don't know this movie. Oh, this is the James Brooks movie. Okay. All right. I've never seen this. I thought I was thinking the movie Broadcast, which is like a super classic film, which is also excellent if you've never seen it. I've never seen Fish Tank. Fear and Loathing Las Vegas I've definitely seen. That's a wild fucking movie. It's just mania. It's like drug induced mania. And An Actor's Revenge. I don't know that one either. It's a good list. It's a really good list.
All right. Next up, Kerry Washington.
Hell yeah, Kerry Washington coming in. That's right.
Kerry Washington coming in with Jay's favorite movie as number one. When Harry Met Sally.
Excellent film. Excellent.
This is not helping those claims of you being a white guy for people who haven't seen it.
It's not helping at all. It's me and Kerry Washington eating popcorn and drinking out of very long stem wine glasses. That's right.
When Harry Met Sally, Malcolm X, Hoop Dreams, and Django Unchained.
She was also in that, which is hilarious.
Yeah, she was also in that.
Yeah, so. You know what movie's really good? The one I'm in. Fuck you guys. All right, fair enough. Awesome.
You know what, though? My wife really loves Django Unchained because for different reasons. It's, my wife can be a girly girl sometimes. And that is a movie about a man who is a slave, right? Who overcomes all of that bullshit to save his wife.
Yeah.
And it's like an incredibly violent, racist love story.
Yeah.
And so I see it, right? I see it.
So yeah, she's your Broomhilda. Is that it?
Yeah.
Well, that's a wild name. Don't name your kid that. This is a good list. Look, When Harry Met Sally. I don't want to say underrated. It's won so many awards.
Yeah, it's got one of the most famous scenes in cinema.
Right, like The Godfather, highly underrated, guys. I don't know if you've ever seen it. No, but I think a lot of people, especially from a younger perspective, have never seen that movie. Look, it is one of, I think of it. Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day, and not about this movie, but it brings up the topic. Like, I realize that everything I think, not everything, but a lot of the way I see the world, and I'm sure this is true for you and probably almost everybody, the way in which you see the world is so heavily dictated by the art that you watched as a kid, right? And,
of course.
Right? Like, because I think a lot of people just think, like, they view art, or they don't even think about movies as art, but, like, they view art and they just, oh, I like that, and that's it. Like, no, but art actually has the ability to imprint on you, which is a really wild, thing to think about. But everything I think about, like, fairness and, like, doing the right thing for people who don't have the ability to do those things for themselves, and, like, that weird sort of, like, superhero complex that a lot of people our age have of, like, you got to save people, you got to try to, that's all built out of, like, Rambo and Rocky and all of this. Like, it's all built out of those things, right? Like, they're incredibly violent movies. I recognize that. But that sense of like that position that we like mentally have put ourselves in as a generation all stems from that shit. And like, When Harry Met Sally is like, for me, that idea that like that red pill shit doesn't make sense to me because of things like this. Because like that entire premise, if you've never seen that movie, is a man and a woman meet and like they drive together to go to college, right? Like Harry picks this woman up. He's friends with her. He's like girlfriend, or he's boyfriend with her friend. And he's like, oh, I'm going to this NYU or whatever. I can drop you off. And they drive in a car and they have this conversation. And the crux of the conversation is, can men and women be friends? Harry doesn't think so. This is them going off to college. She's like, yeah, I think so. And then they kind of like dig each other, but nothing happens. And they keep running into each other at different courses of their life, right? And over the course of their life, they end up falling for each other. Like sometimes he's single, sometimes she's single, so and so. And in the end, the whole point of that movie is, yes, they can be, but this whole idea of like, when you meet, because he has such a great line at the end. He's like, when you meet somebody and you realize you want to be with them for the rest of your life, you want the rest of your life to start right now. It's like, it's not because I'm drunk. It's not because it's New Year's Eve. It's because I love you. And it's just such a fucking well-written scene. That entire movie is fucking pitch perfect. Nora Ephron, who wrote that movie, like, will go down as one of the greatest writers of all time, right? And Rob Reiner, meathead from All in the Family, directed the shit out of that movie. He did. It's an excellent movie. It really is. If you've never seen it, it is a perfect, in my opinion, it is as close to a perfect film as like a few movies for me. It's just fucking perfect. It just is. I love that movie.
It's kind of the prototype for the romantic comedy.
It is
in modern times, right?
Oh yeah.
It's and I haven't seen it in a really, really long time, but yeah, it's an excellent movie, man. It's like it's up there, man.
Yeah.
Nora Ephron won an Oscar for that.
She did, in fact. That. Yeah. I mean, it's like that, Sleepless in Seattle, You Got Mail, all of those. They all pull from that movie. Yeah, they all do. Yeah, Malcolm X, as we said, fucking excellent. Hoop Dreams, I've never seen. I don't really care about sports. And then obviously Micah's wife's favorite movie, Django Unchained.
Not a favorite, but I get it.
I mean, it's so good. Like it is.
It is good. It is good. It is good. Stop saying nigga all the time, though. It just
he's like, no, I'm not
right. Good. Exactly. And but at the same time, like I'm a hypocrite because like dead nigger storage is like those three words in that order is just hilarious to me. It's just like all right,
you should be saying it. Let Samuel L. Jackson say it. Like, don't do
that. Right. Like, okay, I'll give you that. But that's it. Yeah. Last up, one of my favorite people, Gabrielle Union.
I like her a lot.
I like her a lot. Like I'm in love with Gabrielle Union. She's one of those people that I think is beautiful on the inside and out. Her favorite films are Grease, Waiting to Exhale, Life, Boomerang, and Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
You know what? Sometimes you just like a stupid ass movie. There's nothing wrong with it.
This is why Gabrielle Union is Gabrielle Union, right? Like, she's got she's got the one of these things is not like the other. And two of these things are not like the other, but Grease is I get people liking Grease.
I like Grease, and I hate musicals, but I like Grease.
And Waiting to Exhale and Life, which again is another underrated movie.
Life is a super underrated movie.
I slept on that movie, man. I really slept on that movie. The first time I watched it was when we did it on the show.
Yeah, that was the same for me.
And that was a really good movie. And Boomerang is Boomerang, right? Like that's an institution in like black film.
It's like When Harry Met Sally is a prototype, for all those other romantic comedies. Boomerang was a prototype for 90s black movies. It was the peak.
Yeah.
Like black people doing fucking awesome, being like doing awesome shit, being awesome. Everybody looked good. It was the peak. Like nothing is better than listening to interviews with Eddie Murphy, where he's like, the studio was like, can we even make this movie? Is this believable? It's like, yeah, it's fucking believable. And that movie made a shit ton of money. Yeah, black people wanted to see themselves.
Yeah, as marketing executives, yeah, why the fuck not? Right? Like
we sell shit, nigga. Like the fuck? Like we do. And it's just, and also it's a good movie. It's a good movie from the perspective of like the romance or like the, you know, sort of relationship commentary and stuff like that. Like all of that's there, man. And also it's fucking hilarious. Like that's a movie I could turn on right now and still laugh as much as I did when I first saw it. 100%.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That movie had a $42 million budget and made $131 million. Not bad. I'm actually surprised they didn't make a sequel, to be honest. I'm really.
No, well, don't say that too loud. At this point,
I don't need
a sequel at this point.
Isn't there a TV show or some shit? Right?
I know there was a network called Boomerang, but I don't think there was an actual like TV show.
Oh, okay. I thought there was like they tried to make like a TV version or a sequel or something. I thought so.
I mean, maybe. I don't want that. I don't want it unless it's good. Yeah. I doubt it.
Yeah, I'm good. But, oh no, hold on. Is this it? No, never mind. Okay, yeah. So there you go. Talladega Nights is fine. It's a silly ass movie, but that's fine. So yeah, okay.
So yeah, that's it. That's, you know, I don't know, something. We're a movie podcast. We talk about movies. I figured, you know, let's see what movie stars and directors, what their favorite movies are.
Yeah.
If I were to do the typical YouTube thing, tell us what your favorite movies are in the comments below. Drive up all that engagement. Yeah. And we might have to. I don't know if I couldn't rattle off a list of favorite movies like right off the top of my head.
I don't like When Harry Met Sally is my favorite movie. After that, it's just like it's not in any particular order. Like I really love Kill Bill Part 1. Like I just do. I just think it's great. I am a huge fan of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I think it's one of the best scene transition films of all time. And it's just I'm a fan of romance. I'm a bit of a cuck, I guess is the term that kids would use. But I also like, I'm a child of the 90s. Like I like Predator, and I was watching Rambo First Blood Part 2 the other day, which is insane. So I like so many different types of things. Like I try not to box myself into any genre. I mean, I've even tried to get into horror. And I'm a fucking coward, So yeah.
Once you watch enough of it, it's like, all right, this is just silly.
But you know what I like? I like this sort of, as somebody referred to it, like mid-budget, high-concept horror, like Companion and shit like that. Like I like stuff like that. That's kind of like a social commentary, but like people still getting murked. Like I enjoy that. Like that's kind of So I'm kind of all over the place. But I'll do the classic YouTube thing. Yeah, put your favorite movies in the comments. Help us out. Come on, guys. And also, don't forget, let us know if you want us to do Blink Twice. We'll make that shit happen. For real. Like, I want to do that movie so bad.
I want to talk about that movie, man.
Yeah, it's super
good
fun.
movie.
It's super fun. All right. Look, a lot of people don't know this inside baseball here. Micah took NyQuil right before we went on air. So we were able to get it done before he passed right the fuck out. So that's pretty good.
Yep. But we're running out. We're counting down.
You're running out of gas. So even though this is coming out the week of June 24th, this episode, we are going to take a bit of a break, and we will be back with all night and a day, or all day and a night rather, on the week of July 14th. So yes, we're putting this out this week, but we're going to be off the following 2 weeks, and then we'll put out this episode. Okay. All right. So we'll see you guys for episode 285, the week of July 14th. Later.
See you.
You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of Black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the Black community.